What time is it, everybody?
Time for all the news we wish we never heard.
It's howdy
time.
Good evening. Welcome to the evening news. I'm your host for tonight, Catboy Kunhua. In the news. Last night, Canada had a federal leaders debate that took place in Gananoque, Quebec, covered by every major Canadian broadcaster. Both of them. During the debate, Andrew Scheer right away ignored the questions put to him, and he spent his time engaging in personal attacks against his major opponent, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. After that, the whole debate quickly degenerated into a pissing contest, with delegates talking over each other and most people dogpiling on Bernier, who spoke out against immigration and openly calls climate change a fraud. All of this going on despite the fact the panel bragged it had 5 moderators to keep things in check. Moderators who apparently were less interested in doing their job than most people actually running for government. Coming up, the University of California will now be offering courses on how to properly roll and smoke marijuana. This will be the one time when forgetting your homework is part of the curriculum. This photo is taken from a video that went viral over the weekend of a Philadelphia Eagles fan being super angry about the Eagles' loss to the Lions on Sunday, as he continuously ranted and swore until he was ejected from the stadium by security. Turns out that this man is Eric Furda, the University of Pennsylvania's Dean of Admissions. And I have to warn you, if you fail to get in the U of Penn, his rejection letters are brutal. Let's see. Listening to the Lions. Speaking of lions, a growing trend in South Africa is tourists are electing to be locked in cages so they can get close to lions who climb up all over the cage to check them out. Among the lions, this cage is known as a vending machine. Now, this trend is particularly good if you're hoping to get a really good close-up shot of a lion's penis. Because of this rise in popularity, people are getting so close and intimate with lions, this has inspired a new trend of modesty among the lions. Well, just in time for Halloween, there's a new sexy Mr. Rogers costume. I have issue with this. I'm taking issue. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to argue. We already have a sexy Mr. Rogers. It's called Mr. Rogers. That man was a supernova of sex appeal. He was erotic napalm, ready to take you to the land of make-believe. This whole audience is now just creaming in their jeans over this man. Okay, news out of Los Angeles. A 46-year-old woman by the name of Deborah Sari, 46 years old, was named L.A.'s safest driver. Now, when officials were asked, how could you possibly know who the safest driver is in a city full of millions of people, Mayor Garcetti said, if you're a safe driver in L.A., it's pretty much guaranteed you're the only one. Now, before you start ripping on them, all other major cities in the United States were queried on who their safest driver could be, and they said, we'll let you know if we find one. No. All right. Also, coming up, let's see, Rudy Giuliani has hired Watergate prosecutor John Sale to represent him in the upcoming Trump impeachment probe. I guess that now means that MAGA stands for Make Attorneys Get Attorneys, or My Attorney Got Arrested. Okay. Now, since the case of the Ukraine scandal, which was broke, by the way, by the word of a whistleblower who has been repeatedly attacked by President Trump, word of a second whistleblower emerged just last weekend. Mark Zaid, a member of the legal team of the original whistleblower, is now claiming to represent a second client, and he also claims there are many, many more on the way. When Zaid was asked, how many whistleblowers could there be? He asked right back, Have you ever been to Mardi Gras? And that's the way some people wish it wasn't. I'm Catboy Kuinhua.
Yeah.